For many people, Barcelona and Manchester United is the top-class feature of Champions League quality. It's a big strength to find two of the most prestigious clubs meeting in the Europa League. That did not take away from yesterday's match quality though. In fact, it was a quality tactical encounter between Xavi Hernandez and Erik Ten Hag, two notable students of the Dutch school of total football. First, let's talk about the lineups. Xavi made some interesting changes with Choriamba and Marcos Alonso starting, instead of Alejandro Bo and Andre Christensen. Meanwhile, United still start with the 4-3-2-1 formation, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka start instead of Diogo Dalot, who has just returned from injury. What were the coach plans for this match? For Barcelona, Xavi has two aims. The first was to overload the midfield to control possessions, and the second was to attack through the flanks. Frenkie de Jong would form a back three with the central back in build-ups, while Xavi would move inward to connect with the midfield three, helping his team gain a numerical advantage. Wan-Bissaka would follow the young Spaniard, leaving space for Amba to exploit. In attack, Amba and Pedri would move high up the pitch to create a front five, with many players ready to attack the box. It was the common theme throughout the match, and Lewandowski chant at the start of the match was a good example. Ten Hag wanted to protect the central area, thus United back four stay narrow, so there will be a space on the wings for Amba and Rafinha to run into. How did Ten Hag react to Xavi ideas? There are generally two options for the team using a 4-2-3-1. The first is to form the comeback 4-4-2 that can shift quickly toward either side when needed. One of the wingers will have to retreat. For example, Marcus Rashford will drop deep to follow Amba. The second option is to retreat into a 4-5-1. However, Ten Hag opted for neither of the two. He let the home team explore the wide areas. He was not too worried about the Xavi-Amba combination on United's right side. Xavi often moves infield, while Amba is not as threatening as the energetic bull. It was not that difficult for Wan-Bissaka to come out and stop Amba, while Casemiro actively moved to the side to protect United's right half space and also help defend crosses. United did the similar things in their recent loss to Arsenal, with Scott McTominay in Casemiro positions. Arsenal were more threatening on their left than Barcelona, as they used combination between the true winger and Oleksandr Zinchenko, a quality left back. Also, out of possessions, with Weghorst drop deeper, Bruno Fernandes moved to the right, while Rashford played up front. Weghorst showed his willingness to engage in duo to help the midfielders. While United defend in their own third, the striker sometimes even moved into his team on box. The away side would form a 4-3-2-1 formation, with Fernandes reviewed from having to constantly track back. He was instructed to stay a bit higher to prepare for a quick counter, in which he would launch risky pass onto the path for Rashford, who would use his speed to attack open space. This dual-up counter-attack, and yesterday, Rashford continuously exploited the space in behind Barca left back. Another concern for Ten Hag was how to stop the young. He knows what his former player is capable of, so he turned fresh to man-mark him. The presence of Weghorst in midfield made Barca's central projection even more difficult. We can say that United here used a 4-1-4-1 with Fred following the young. Xavi quickly recognized this, thus instructed the Dutchman to drop deep in the build-up phase. When United had the ball, they also tried to attack through the wing, but unlike United, Barca neither have the speedy striker like Rashford, nor have a transition passing specialist like Fernandes. Xavi, thus, set his team up in a narrow 4-4-2 to rotate zone 1-4. In all, things were rather equal in the first half, with the two teams having the same number of shots. Pedri was injured late in the half and was replaced by the Sergio Roberto. In the second half, both teams continued with their first half tactics. However, the goals start coming in a different way. Barcelona opened the scoreline with the set-piece header. Then United equalized via a quick counter. Conde's own goals a minute later turned things in the English side favor. Then, Barcelona's second goal came from an unmet cross. Xavi Cheng, the likes of Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, and Bo did bring some difference. We think Bo should have started. Meanwhile, United didn't have too many options on the bench. Both teams' approach didn't change much throughout the match, and notable events in the later part of the match were mostly refereeing complaints from both managers. So we have come to the conclusion of today's videos. The first leg tactical highlight hint at an interesting second leg. United will be the home side in the next week feature and will welcome back suspended players. Barca will make do without Xavi, while Pedri may be out due to injury. Let's wait to see what unfolds.